literally is a sickness. If I see seeds, I have to plant them. I don't know what the deal is. We'll see. In a few years, I'll narrow everything. Well, I don't know. Maybe I won't. But avocado seeds. We had avocados last night on our tacos. So these are the seeds inside. So must plant. So funny experiment number 5,362. I don't know. So I'm just basically using soil. I'm going to add some vermiculite to it just to help it maintain the moisture in there. And honestly, I think I'm just going to throw in a little compost too. Let's see how it works. And apparently, there are different methods of doing this. Of course, I watched several YouTube videos. There are different methods of doing this. And one is, I think everyone's seen, where you take off the outer layer of the avocado seed. You put toothpicks in the side and you stick it in water. Well, one of the videos that I really enjoyed did both. They did the water and also planted it in soil. And by far, the ones planted in soil grew much healthier and much quicker than the ones that were in water and then transplanted. So I'm just going to start mine in soil. And apparently, these prefer being in temperatures from 60 degrees to 80 degrees, somewhere in that area. Outside, amazingly at night, finally, mid-November, it's getting a little cool. Actually, it's been getting down into the 50s. So this will go in the house. If it grows, it will go outside in the spring. That'll be fun to see what happens. All right, so apparently the seeds have a base to them, and you can see there's like a little bit of a circle. And then if you turn it over, there's no like point or actual top, but there are these lines that go down, and apparently, I don't know, I guess that's where the plant will eventually grow from. Now, the seeds I got, same avocado type, same size. This one darker, and this one darker and smaller, and definitely more firm. And this one lighter and seeming to be fresher. Now I'm going to plant these in the same pot, and we'll see what happens with them. Oh, I'm just going to seat these base down in here. And let me see. And that's clear base right there. So that'll be facing down. Soil on top. I'll water this well, and it will go inside under my grow lights. See what happens. Funny experiment update. I actually have two of these. I am a seed thief. And when we were in New Mexico, I saw these gorgeous hollyhocks. And they had flowers that had stopped blooming and were starting to form seeds. So I actually pulled a few of the little seed pods off. Totally messed up though. Apparently, you're not supposed to take them off the bush or off of the plant until they've dried, turned brown, and even started to open. I took them when they were bright green. I didn't know. I'm in a really crazy plant mood. But anyway, green pods, and I'll post a photo here of what it's supposed to look like before you collect the seeds and what it actually looked like when I did collect the seeds. But hey, they actually grew. I let it dry out. I opened it up. I put the seeds in the soil, and check it out. I mean, I'm ready to plant these out, to be honest with you. It's mid-November. I'd like them to be in the ground. I'd like them to root and then hopefully come back beautiful next year. Go figure. Another funny experiment. I went to Houston to visit my sister, and we went to the plant store, and they had these gorgeous Rose of Sharons. Now, I have got several Rose of Sharons, and I love them very much, and I'm actually propagating off of mine. These had different color flowers. They had more petals. They were just different looking. And there were these seed pods on two of them. You know, the flowers had died, whatever, and seeds started forming. So, thief that I am, I took one seed pod from each of the Rose of Sharon. They were big. It wasn't like I was ripping apart some little plant, but it's still terrible. I know it is terrible. But seriously, I'm a seed maniac at this point. I see them and I just must have them. Again, same as the hollyhocks from New Mexico. When I picked them, the seed pods were green. You're not supposed to pick them when they're green. They're not supposed to bloom. But I let it dry out. I opened it up, planted a couple of seeds. Folks, it's growing. I'm pretty thrilled, kind of excited to see how it's going to grow. I don't know if I'm going to plant these out this fall. I think I'm going to hang on to them inside until the spring. I know hollyhocks can go out in the fall. They'll overwinter and come back. I just don't have experience with starting out Rose of Sharon plants, so I'm going to play it safe. This is the experiment result with the petunia seeds, planting them directly in soil. Not fabulous. I clearly have a lot more to learn about starting seeds, but I'm kind of happy that I got this many. That's fabulous. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I planted these seeds in the AeroGarden at the same time that I planted them here. And I want to show you the AeroGarden results. This is the results from the AeroGarden. Same seeds. Usually, now I can't blame the AeroGarden folks. I've had this for a few years, and I have to tell you, the first dozen times I used it, it grew plants with so little effort, so gorgeous. Planted them outside after, and they did fabulous. I think that it's just mucked up and dirty, so I'm going to be doing a video to clean this up. But as you can see, there's really no life in any of them except for that one. And that one grew for maybe 2 days. You could see it. And then it just died. Has plenty of water. Honestly, I think it's just that this is dirty and I need to take apart the filter and clean it properly. Today I'm going to plant out my petunia seedlings. I have double petunias and I've got the salmon petunias. Not really fabulous yield, but I did get a few, which I'm very pleased about. Definitely have to work on my seed growing skills. So, but these I'm going to be putting in my raised planter here on the front, on the front porch. So I'm going to move that over. Okay, so this is my raised planter. Doesn't look fabulous. Squirrels have definitely been having fun digging through here. And wait, let me get some fertilizer and a little compost too. Okay, I could not find my compost. Maybe I used it, I just don't remember. I'm going to use Plant Tone, by the way. Must have used it somewhere else. Anyway, so in here, obviously the begonia, which I actually quite like. I didn't know if I'd like this that much, but it really has done a wonderful job for me. I have 2 lisianthus still alive, somewhat limping along, and then 2 of my polka dot plants. I thought it would be really pretty if I could get these petunias to flower out here. It's a very sunny porch, but the temperatures have cooled off quite a bit. So I'm hoping that the petunias will not bake too badly in the sun. Just mixing all of this in a little bit. And these squirrels definitely seem to enjoy this raised bed here. Boy, definitely need to water. The temperature is cooler, but which makes it feel as if you don't need to water as much, but wow, you sure do. Okay. All right, let's put these over here. I have 2 double petunias. I think I'll put one on each side. And then I've got 7 of the other petunias. Woo! Well, almost lost those. Here we go. And just scatter them around. I'll put one back here. And one up here. 2. There. There we go. See how that comes up. All right. It looks nice. Can't wait to see it grow. Update on the Rose of Sharon cuttings. I've been watering dead sticks now for a couple of weeks, and look, starting to grow leaves. Don't give up. They do look like dead sticks, but most of them will go on to be beautiful Rose of Sharon plants. It's time to see if there are any dahlia bulbs here, and if there are, what shape are they in? Well, let's get some of this out of the way. Okay, so it's dried back, and a lot of this just comes right out off, but let's dig this up, and if there are any dahlia bulbs down in here, I want to dry them, I want to refrigerate them, and I want to plant them out next year in a different location. I would not plant these particular dahlia bulbs here again. You don't need to rinse these, but I like to see what I'm dealing with. Okay. Oh, actually, there are quite a few good-looking bulbs, dahlia bulbs in here. Let's take it over to the garage. And these are the dahlia bulbs, which actually look very good. Out of all the ones I have dug up so far, these look like the best. All right, so I'm going to put them back here on the rack. They need to dry for a few days, and then I'll put them in a paper bag. I wish I remember. I think these were the burgundy ones, open face burgundy. Put them in a paper bag, label them, and then put them in the refrigerator until the spring. But I am actually very encouraged by this one. My others don't look even half as good as that. Dahlia bulbs have dried out some. I store those in paper bags, and I just put dahlias from the front swoop, November 17th, 2024. I don't remember whether they were burgundy or white, because I have a combination of that and yellow. Actually, I should put yellow in a question mark. And they were open face. Again, these are going to go in the backyard in the spring. For now, I'm just going to put them in this paper bag, and it's going to go in the refrigerator until the spring, when I decide where I want them to grow for me. Again, it's my first year doing this. See if it works. This is an update on my bearded iris experiment, or first time attempt, and they are growing. Seems counterintuitive to me to plant them now, but again, they're supposed to grow. They're supposed to die back over the winter, and then they're supposed to come out with some gorgeous spring blooms. It's a test. We'll see if it happens. And I just wanted to do a follow-up also on my experiment with the ranunculus. First time I've ever done it before. The first tray, complete loss. They were rotted. I think I watered them too much. And they were inside under the grow lights. I put them out here in the greenhouse. And just an update. Look what we have going here. How exciting is that? Now, just the cafe and the pink and white are starting to come up. I don't see any growth at all in the purple or the red yet. But growth. Oh, wait, no. There is purple and white. Look at that. Purple and white. So some is coming up. Very exciting. So I'm thrilled. So clearly, this is the better way to do this. Experiment number 3 for ranunculus. Nothing yet, but I did it full week after experiment 2. So obviously I'm just going to let these continue on. But seems like this may be a better way to go with that.